before we start, again, I would like to thank SME Corp, the BD team, for allowing us to have here. And we will continue this engagement here graciously. We are being offered to use this space again. Now, let's begin. I don't have my slides in my tablet, so I cobok belakang saja. So again, my name is Carol, and I've been in 20 years in business when it comes to e-commerce. I was a freelancer before joining MDEC. Freelancer meaning trainer. I sell things online, but not selling to locally, more sell to internationally. So I grabbed my product from Lorong Haji Taib and MYWiT. Okay, that was a really red light district for me when I went there. Yeah, so that was an eye opener for me when I went there. So my husband was like, so it's a very interesting place that I got my stocks over there. So I do a lot of crafts, and then after that I came back from London. London, I was doing arbitrage betting in year 2000. Arbitrage betting means London, we have a lot of betting houses, right? Online, right? It's legal. And I help my uncle to manage betting. Whatever places that I help my uncle to bet, he will surely make money. So I have to do a lot of formularization of betting. So a lot of internet research to help him to make money. So after that, after he make money, I'll make money. I came back here, married my husband, outing, then work here. Serve the country at the moment, serve the rakyat. So the slides here, although I said that we can share to you, but I would appreciate gratefully if you do not share this, you as a representative, and share this out. This is for your own reference, okay? And I would like to introduce you that MDEC, we are a 25-year-old company, and from here onwards, we already have more than 2,794 MSC status company. What is MSC status companies? Companies, tech companies or global services company that gives customer service, we give them status for them to be benefiting on tax waive. That means you won't be taxed on the revenue that you get approved of the activity, and also you get to employ foreign workers. But this status, to get this status, it's very difficult criteria. So we changed our MSC, replace it with Malaysia Digital that we launched on 4th of July. So we've already bring in this much of investment by providing a lot of jobs. This is the data from 2020, December 2020. Now, this is the one that we launched, Malaysia Digital, replacing MSC. So we are lenient, more lenient and flexible criteria, meaning the previous MSC status, you must have at least 50, hello? Oh, I use this now. Need to use that later. 50 employees that you have. 70% of them must be local. And on top of that, you must have your operation business at an MSC status building, MSC Cyber Center they call it. So places like Mid Valley, Icon City, some of those. So we have a lot around the country, states. But now, with Malaysia Digital, we are inviting all tech companies. The flexibility is your minimum employee down to 50 to how many? Guess. Sorry, no free gift.
30.
2.
Two?
Minimum to 2 workers.
Oh.
Alright? The reason why we are attracting digital nomad to come into our country and build their business or tech here in Malaysia. So we are launching digital nomad this coming August. They call it DE Rantau, Digital Economy Rantau. I don't know what DE stand for anyway. It's okay, DE Rantau. And you do not have to be at any cyber centers at all. So we implore the digital companies or technology companies out here, please, where do you get this kind of information? Now, the priorities of our MD, we want to adopt, increase the adoption from digital adoption from your entrepreneurship, from your rakyat, and as a business owner, okay, as a company. So we want to increase because you know that you can't run away from digital or any adoption right now. I love during the lockdown, everybody was looking forward at least a digital tool. And what was the digital tool that was hot during lockdown? Can anyone guess? Zoom? Digital marketing is the most now. So besides that, we want to get local champions to become, maybe not unicorn yet, maybe sea dragon. Alright? To become unicorn. So we bring them for market access. And then after that, we want to bring digital investment to come into Malaysia. So where do you get this kind of information? Scan this, or you can take picture now, for you to apply the guidelines of how to become a Malaysia digital company, a status, a new status that will replace MSC. So that QR code will bring you to the FAQ about how to become a Malaysia digital status. Now, the other one, Saya Digital, is an initiative by our digital adoption team, because digital adoption carry out a lot of programs to a lot of stakeholders, from the rakyat, from the businesses, from the digital freelancers, from so many aspects of the rakyat. So the one that we have right now is Saya Digital Literacy. You don't have to become literacy. These are for orang asli people. We go inside the kampung and teach them how to even use a WhatsApp, or teach them how to use a tablet, teach them how to use a computer. So this is called literacy. And the other one is income. Income is you work at home to become a digital freelancer to earn income. Maybe you're a very good copywriter, very good translator, very good business proposal. Even Eddie, when he retire next. Ready? Eddie, how many more years to retire? He retired 5 years ago, but he can still offer himself at Upwork or freelancer as a business proposal writer for banks. And put himself in cloud, and people can hire him and give him whatever he charged on cloud, then people will hire him. So whatever expertise you are, whether you're a graphic designer, coders, programmers, put yourself onto cloud so that people hire you. So you don't have to work for an employer. The other one is human capital, where we enhance the skills of rakyat through a lot of our digital training that is approved by MDEC. So we work with a lot of partners. Lastly, MYWiT, which is from the 100 Go Digital, that's why we are here today. We call it workshop and coaching session. When it comes to coaching session, these people that's here right now, the exhibitors, they are supposed to coach you. Coach meaning, to our definition, is give you free consultation lah. Okay? Because after that, they will bite-size their consultation so that they can push their services or their products to you. They have to pitch to you first. So these are some of the technology service providers that we work with, not limited to this, there are more than 500 of them. So 100 Go Digital talks about e-commerce, talks about visual digitalization, talks about sharing economy, about how the riders, the installers are making an income. Next. So this is what 100 Go Digital is all about. We want to ensure that you move up your business maturity when it comes to digitalization, because all of you will have different formula or different needs. Because manufacturing company may want to digitize their tools differently than an agri-tech company. So it's all not the same formula. So we at MDEC find it very struggling to address to the mass, because you come from different background. That is why we work with a lot of our technology service provider to coach you. Where are you at right now? So how do we do this? Free. They are not supposed to charge you when it comes to consultation. These are all free consultation for you. If they charge you, you tell me. But when you subscribe to them, of course you don't ask me to ask them to give free lah. But engine mailer, just now, who went to engine mailer and subscribe to the 10,000 emails? Ada business tak sana? Ada, bagus. So they will give you a month 10,000 emails. That means you can store more than 50,000 over data onto the cloud. Save that in cloud. Your data is not in cloud. That means your email address is not in cloud. Habis. Kalau kena bakar your gudang, kena bakar your office sini, kebakar, habis. All your data all habis. So put in cloud. So important to put your information in cloud. But when you want to send email, 10,000 free by them. That's what you want. Free. Free mail we call it. So we match you with the expert, okay? And when you subscribe to the services, they will have to monitor and track you before and after. For example, you never done email before, no leads ma. But when you use your email, got leads leh, got sales leh, got click leh, got lead generation. So that's how the technology service provider will have to track you. But how do you get this free consultation by these experts? These experts already registered as coaches with us. You go to this link, okay? This is where business owners want to be coached on different area of digitalization. Your e-commerce, your digital marketing, your ERP, your POS, your remote working, your cybersecurity, your big data, IoT. You choose your areas of you want to be consultant. If you on the floor are expert, like Eddie, he's very expert in writing business proposal, guarantee that you can get your loan. Wow. Che. You come here. This one. If you are the expert, let's say Beans, SE, they're very good in the digital marketing, so they're one of the coaches. That is why they're here today. Okay? Now, sudah ambil makan? Next. Now, this is the grant as a financial incentive for a company. This is not a loan, not a scheme, but a grant. So how do you qualify this? And this grant is called SME Business Digitalization Grant. Okay? And this was announced back in Belanjawan 2020 by the government. Okay? So it was announced back in 2020 that partnership together with BSN. BSN dispersed the grant. They are the grant custodian. So they custodian that money before it dispersed to the qualified SMEs. We MDEC take a look at who are the qualified technology service provider, the 7 areas. So we have 550 million that was allocated for the next 5 years. So this is only our 3rd year. We're going to our 4th year and 5th year in 2025. And out of these 7 areas of digitalization, 7 for now, we are going to increase, we are going to have a framework workshop how to add in more areas of digitalization, because the 7 was the one that's hot during COVID. So now we have big data is not inside there, IoT not inside there, cybersecurity not inside there. So we are proposing this to BSN for MOF to approve as well. So we have 589 technology service provider from the 7 areas of digitalization. And from here, more than 104K companies has benefited from this digitalization grant. We call it SBDG. Okay, SME Business Digitalization Grant. So masih ada quota. Some TSP is asking me, Carol, masih ada quota? Tak ada. Keep on promoting. So I implore those approved technology service provider, keep on promoting this. Although processes is very tough, you know, to get money from government, especially grant, it's not easy.
Yes, yes.
Yeah, you agree? Yeah, the paperwork. Yes, understand.
Can we ask a question?
How do you qualify? You must be an SSM, registered, even so proprietor. Even you are in professional services, accountants, tax, lawyers, you can apply for this digitalization grant. You must be in 60% owned by Malaysian, 6 months in operation, and lastly, you must have already done 50,000 in sales to qualify this. So where do you see this information about your qualification? Then that info will bring you to BSN landing page about the FAQ, how to apply. So when you go to any BSN grant around the state, they will bring it down to HQ to process. Only the HQ down in KLCC, that road. What's that road? Jalan apa? Ampang. Thank you. That one is the HQ to process your application. And the last QR code is the list of all the 589 technology service provider that in PDF that is being categorized by the digitalization area. Okay? So do your due diligence. If you do not know these companies, whether they're good or not, you can always SMS me. My number later in the slides. I always get tons of SMS questioning me even about Nick's program, MYWiT. Now, this one is interesting. We're going to launch this in September. It's called the SME Digital Boost Up Accelerator. This is for any companies that wants to boost their digital skills. And we very small the presentation, but ultimately we know that you as a company do not know where to go, and you don't have a structured approach when it comes to digitizing your processes. So we have a 3-day online training that is done by our appointed vendor, and in that 3 days we input all the technology service provider that offer freemium models. It could be email marketing, it could be your Canva, it could be your email, it could be your Google My Business map and all this. So all put inside. So immediately digitize you, and it's online. So anybody from other states can come and attend these 3 days, and it's subsidized by MDEC, and you are in a 3-month program. You don't have to come 3 months. You only have to commit the 3 days first. Then after that, the vendor will have to monitor your progress. Hey, how have you done your email? Has it generated leads or not? So they have to do that kind of studies. I will skip this first and immediately go to this one. This one more important. Stage 1, you attend first the 3-day courses. How do you get involved in this? Jiki, can you lift up that little QR code there? Sign up for interest when it comes to you want to sign up for this. It can be business owner, it can be your staff. And then on stage 2, after you have attended the 3 days online workshop, we are only opening for 10 cohorts and only opening for 2,000 qualified seats. We can open 5,000, but only 2,000 will attend the training. How do we choose you? It's free, you're not going to pay anything. On stage 2, you must implement at least one digital tool. It can be TikTok. We'll teach you how to get your TikTok shop, your official store, how to get your TikTok videos up. So trends like this we will teach you. And how do we find this? I'm so happy to be in this program because I get to work with close technology partners that I know that will definitely make you work. Yeah, because I was not in this division before I was in e-commerce. So now when I get an opportunity to do like this, I'm so happy to be in this program. Because I know that in that 3 days program, I already can identify which technology service provider or coach that assigned there is a good and effective coach for you. Lastly, they will have to monitor you and get data to collect whether or not you have benefited from the tools or not. So how do you qualify from this? 3 months program, so don't lari. So we are going to do September all about the training. October, November is where we monitor you. And then after that, December, finish, no more. And hopefully we have another government grant to continue in 2023 and 2024. Should I make a mark? I hope you all can see lah. I will share these slides. Now, how do you qualify? Any business owners, koperasi, your sales proprietor, enterprise can come. Decision maker, your business DBD or your chief, your director can attend this as well. So they must be the one decides whether or not, hey, when we ask you to subscribe to these tools, subscribe now. Because it's freemium, so you can make that kind of decision. If it's not freemium and it's paid, you won't make that kind of decision. Because why? I have to go and ask boss. So I ask all the TSP here to give freemium for you all to try. At least try a month to get results. So I work closely with all these technology service providers. 3 days training, there's no asking you about capital, apa pera capital, nothing about that. Whether you're 60%, 50% owned by Malaysian, is open to you. Okay? And then subsidized by MDEC. And this is the QR code that what GT was displaying just now for you to sign up. We've only got, let's say, 2,000 spots for you. And you are the second people that I'm showing this QR code to. Second group. The first one was my management.
Oh, really?
They don't qualify lah. To get approval for me to show this one, right? So you are the second group. Okay? So this program will close on 31st of October because we want to monitor you. And we run the training, 3 days training in September. So please come.
What's the content of the training?
We deploy our technology, let's say digital marketing. We'll get, let's say, DMC training from Charles Gregory, for example. Teach you guys, immediately go and get your Google My Business Map up. And then if it's TikTok, we'll get the TikTok guys, immediately set your store up, for example. So this kind of tools.
What are the 7 areas of digital?
7 areas.
Yeah.
This one. Digital marketing, the remote working, the e-commerce, the ERP, the post, what else? CRM, procurement, that we will teach you in that 3 days.
How many
Yes,
rep per company?
how many rep? Make sure that
per company?
doesn't matter. Just come. Because it's online agreement.
Oh, it's online, I see.
Yeah, it's
Okay.
online.
Okay, thanks.
Yeah, it's online. Okay, clear? Got this? Take picture?
Take your pictures.
No, my picture. Lastly, where in the world would you find this kind of information, and where in the world would you come to this workshop or coaching without the help from our beloved SME Corp that blast this, our MCMTC has been blasting this to your members, MDEC also has been blasting, and we sold out within 6 days. The tickets is redeemed. So join this community now. This is in Facebook. This is managed by me, 100 Go Digital and also Saya Digital. This is a Facebook group that I put out a lot of information, whether it's MDEC tender, MDEC program, from other managers that send down to me. Because This one, entrepreneurs and startup in Malaysia, is a 98k strong members here that advocates and teach. When you ask question, hey, I'm looking for a packaging. Hey, I'm looking for someone that can do design thinking and all. This information here is the one that you seek help from. Okay, you post your question. These are the community. Now the last community, and I hope that I can see some hands who is in this community, is called the Saya Digital Community in TikTok. Who use TikTok here? Who is in this Saya Digital TikTok group? I know Karen is here. Isaac, you're not there? There. So this community, I have 5,400 strong communities like you. Whether you're a SME, you're a owners, or you are staff, or you are technology service provider. This is the tool that I use to put in all the calendars of event. That is that in my radar that I put here, that's where you can see. And also a communication tool for me to tell you what's going on. So this is going to be my last slide. The last slide is more important. Why? My number is there. Kan? My number is there, kan? Yes, WhatsApp only, please don't call me. Don't call me. Alright? Then after that, take this, and I hope that you have benefited from this workshop, and tell your network that we hope to do this again, hopefully with MCMPC or with other association as well, and to be hosted here in our SME Corp. We'll do this again if I have that enough manpower and stretched manpower that we have. So with this, I would like to invite Nick, my colleague from the Digital Talent, to tell you all about the Melvin, can you escape this and turn on Nick's presentation on my digital workforce while we do that. Okay, so Nick, yes, project. Betul lah ini ya? Okay, thank you everybody, and let's welcome Nick to the floor. The last person is going to give the presentation on salary and training grant. You can unplug this, use this, I go sanitize this.
Okay, thanks, Carol. Yes, ladies and gentlemen. Again, my name is Nicholas, and I'm the person in charge handling one of the incentive I would like to share with you, and what we call it as MYWiT. All right. So, basic MYWiT. How many of you guys heard about MYWiT? Is that a raise of hand? A couple of it.
My car.
Yeah, not MDEC, not my car, not, it's instead MYWiT. I think there's just a couple of hands there. Alright, so yeah, MYWiT full name stands for My Digital Workforce Working Tech, right? The one that's shared on the screen. And basically it's an incentive, right? That we're gonna share with you on how, particularly to employees, on how you're gonna can you leverage on this incentive to build up and beef up your digital talent team in your organizations, alright? So, having said that, okay, as you can see on the screen, MYWiT incentive is to incentivize your organization, so as yourself or recruiter, to recruit digital talents into your organizations. You know, that's simple. We don't provide you the manpower, candidates, no, but we will give you the money or incentive, so to speak, that you can claim from us if you hire digital talents into your organizations, alright? So the next slide, these are two posters pertaining to MYWiT, okay, and there's a catch here. The 31st August is the deadline for your applications, and Merdeka Day, in fact, is your last day, okay, for MYWiT. But the good news is, on your right hand side, what we cover, what we would provide to you will be basically the 40% of the monthly salary for 6 months. Yeah, that's the first salary incentive that I will give to you, and together with training incentive, 8,000 ringgit up to 8,000. You know, for external training or in-house training, 5,000. I will show you later on more on the details. But in total, per pax, right? Per pax on the new hiring that you can claim from us will be 23,600 ringgit per pax. Imagine one pax, 23,000, 10 pax, over 200,000 for SME. Alright, so there's a incentive that is available, and first come first serve, of course, you know. Okay, yes, this slide is an overview of MYWiT, and basically you can download the same slide in the MYWiT portal. Okay, so don't worry, you can download anytime, anywhere. So what I'm going to share with you will be just like on top of this box. I want to highlight to you will be the eligibility. So what are the digital talents, right? Basically, all the digital talents, regardless of any industry or any digital business services role in any industry, they are all eligible. And your next question might probably ask, what are the types of digital talents, isn't it? Okay, so I'm going to share you the types of it, and these are the industry. As long as you are the, fall under this industry, the talents under this industry, they are all eligible. So 1 to 9, you see data science, cybersecurity, games, animation, software applications, DGBS, what we call digital global business services, fintech, digital marketing, cloud technology. Basically, we cover all the tech stuff already. So, but I want to highlight to you more on item number 6, what we call DGBS, digital global business services. I think it's, how many of you know about this industry? Any? DGBS. Yeah, just only 1 or 2. A lot of people are not really aware of what we call DGBS. So I'm going to give you more explanation about this, and then this is all the links, right? You can basically click on the link, and then it will link to you to the types of jobs and JD for the particular jobs in that industry or that focus area. What I'm going to show you will be the types of jobs under DGBS. I'm summarizing into 8 columns, 8 circles. So these are all the jobs, under DGBS. So you see technology and support, customer service, back office, finance and accounting, content moderations, HR, sales and marketing, and procurement. And good news, all of them are eligible. And because previously we have these impressions that people might say, oh, digital talents only limited to those in tech role, software developers and etc. In fact, digital talents, definition of it is very broad. It covers all of it, including digital global business services role. Okay? Okay, moving back to the previous slide, the overview of it. The second thing I want to share with you, which is the main attraction for MYWiT. So, as you can see on the screen, the incentive part, the minimum that you can leverage from this will be 9,800 ringgit, and maximum could be up to 23,600 ringgit per pax. So what's in there? So it comprises of both training incentive and salary incentive. So speaking about training incentive, you can either go for in-house training up to 5,000 ringgit per pax, or external training up to 8,000 ringgit per pax. So since for example, there's of course there's a minimum hours that you need to fulfill for both trainings. In-house training will be 40 hours. Regardless of any training, can be orientation training, product training, onboarding training, no problem. You can claim that 5,000 from us. Okay, so next will be, if let's say you don't have in-house trainers, you don't have your staff to do the training, don't worry. You can subscribe to external training, but the training, you can actually browse to this, what we call MDEC Digital Skills Training Directory. From there, you can subscribe to any courses provided by our training service provider under MDEC. So it's available in a link I'm going to show you. These are the types of jobs which is available in MDEC training portal, and the links are below. And one good news to share with you will be, if you think these courses are not so relevant to the staff that you newly recruited to organizations, don't worry, you can write to us. As long as the courses that you propose to us, they are HRD Corp certified, then it's fine, right? But there's an extra step that you need to do will be to obtain the approval from MYWiT team. Okay, the email is there. Just take note, right? So the courses need to be HRD Corp certified. If let's say you are not going for any courses listed in MDEC training portal. Okay, so now we move on to salary incentive. As I mentioned earlier, MYWiT will provide you the 40% of monthly salary for 6 months. Of course, there's conditions there, which you have to fulfill will be minimum salary at 2,000 ringgit per month. And of course, there's a cap there at 2,600 ringgit, which is also equivalent to the 40% of monthly salary at 6,500 ringgit. So you may ask, let's say you have a new recruit at a salary of 10,000, can or not? Can claim or not? Yes, can. Of course, the cap will be still at 2,600 ringgit per pax per month. Alright? So when you do the maths, maximize everything out, then you get 23,600 ringgit. Okay? So that's simple. Very simple. So the next thing I want to share with you will be some of the responsibilities and things like that, but I think it's very clear cut. I want to share with you will be the flow. Right? Okay, before I go for the flow, I'll share with you the criteria for employees. So, of course, the point number one, they must be Malaysians only. Okay? And they no permanent employment for a minimum of 2 months for those in permanent position previously before joining your organizations. Then, if let's say they are part-timers, they are fresh grads, they are retrenched employees, they are contract workers, they are all eligible for MYWiT immediately. Okay? And point C, point D. Okay, point D is very important. Commencement date stated in the letter of employment can be any date between 5th of April last year up to 31st August this year. So meaning to say, if let's say you have a new staff recruited somewhere November last year, yes, they are eligible for MYWiT and the benefits will start from November for 6 months. If you let's say you are talking about salary incentive, okay? So the flexibility is there. You can easily, understand you can work retrospectively or backdate, so to speak, right? Back to the staff that you previously recruited, as long as the staff is still in your company, If they already left, then you are not eligible to claim that for that. The next one, okay, point E and F, as long as they are not a current past beneficiary of MYWiT, Jamin Kerja, Penjana Kerjaya, Penjana KPT CAPS program. Okay? Okay, so this is the, I think it's my final 3 slides. How to apply. So now all of you will be in a box number 1 on your left hand side. So basically what you need to do is to start to hire the candidate. Alright? Start to hire the candidate and select trainings, be it in-house or external training. You have to come up with a listing, fill out the Excel form, etc. Alright, so once everything is there, all the documents are there, then you can actually fill out the online form available in a MYWiT portal, and then it takes about 30 to 40 days, working days, for the evaluations, and once they're approved, then you proceed for partnership agreement signing between your organizations and MYWiT. And so once already signed, then you can start your reimbursement process based in a MDEC e-invoice system. So, okay, so that's my final slide already. This is another 2 things which is ongoing. It's an extra bonus for you guys, which is applicable for those assisting workers. Because previously we have people asking, the MYWiT incentive only for those new joiners, new employees, and etc. Okay, now these are the 2 things. We open for the assisting employees as well. So for assisting employees, you can leverage on this 1,000 ringgit incentive from from MDEC, sorry. And what we call it is a incentive called Digital Up Incentive. So it's eligible for those that currently working in organizations. If you subscribe any courses, 60 courses of them tech related, you can reimburse back the 1,000 ringgit from us. And of course, there's another one, last one, Let's Learn Digital. Basically, it's a free courses available for everyone, including freelancer, assisting workers, right? So the providers of the courses are from Meta, SES, Oracle, Microsoft, and etc. So these are the free perks that you can leverage, right? Okay, so this is my last slide. My name is again, I'm Nicholas, handling MYWiT, and I'm from Digital Talent Team. Do WhatsApp me, don't call me. Yeah, seems like Carol. I receive plans, so much calls, every single day. Okay, thank you everyone, thank you.
Thank you. That's the end of the presentation. I would like to thank all of you for staying put here. So thank you again to SJPP. Thank you, Eddie, for your time. Thank you, Caleb. Is he here? There. Thank you, Caleb. So grab these people's name cards and all for you to network with and for you to get information. And now we want to say thank you and goodbye. We see you in the next session. Thank you.